This ball is out of here. Home run, Billy Beane.
I arrived at the big leagues very young. I think I had very, very high expectations for myself.
That is gonna be caught by Billy Beane. What a sensational catch.
Playing outfield for the Detroit Tigers, Los Angeles Dodgers, and San Diego Padres, Billy Beane lived his dream as a Major League Baseball player from 1987 to 1995.
I was right there, and that's when the things that started to be distracting to me off the field started to happen. I started to realize my sexual orientation.
Born in Santa Ana, California in 1964, Beane grew up in a conservative military household and went to Loyola Marymount, a Catholic university.
I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and there were no positive images or stories about gay and lesbians.
In 1989, Beane married his college sweetheart. Just as he was making a name for himself on the baseball diamond, Beane was struggling with his sexuality, eventually ending his marriage and falling in love with a man, Sam.
I did not completely expect ever to feel that way.
Shortly after meeting, Sam got sick. He was HIV positive. Beane watched his health rapidly decline and eventually die.
When you love somebody and they die way too young and very, very swiftly, it takes a long time to adjust to that.
Isolated and devastated, Beane said playing baseball became impossible.
It just felt like everywhere I turned, I had made my life into a complete disaster.
At 31 years old, the prime of his career, Beane quit.
When you ask me about what I think of myself as a player, I think of feeling tremendous disappointment that I didn't live up to my potential.
4 years after walking away from the game, Beane came out to the world as gay in a Miami Herald article. Then he sat down for a 2020 interview with Diane Sawyer.
My dreams is to just be able to be myself.
In 2003, Beane published his autobiography, Going the Other Way, an intimate memoir of life in and out of Major League Baseball. You're still the only openly gay Major League Baseball player. I'm wondering, why is it that is the case 23 years after you came out?
I never would have thought that would have been the case on December, of 1999 when my story became public. It's a consideration that is part emotional, it's part business. For a family to be, to be known specifically for the sexual orientation of an athlete, it's still a very, very unfair way to identify somebody.
In 2014, Beane came back to Major League Baseball.
We are proud to announce our hiring of former Major Leaguer Billy Beane.
Today, he is the Senior Vice President in charge of diversity, equity, and inclusion for MLB, working to ensure the league is ready to support the next Billy Beane.
Great to have with us Billy Beane.
When I started, there was only 2 teams that had an official Pride Night, and now we have almost the entire league. And every club, all 30, are participating in our education programming for their players. I want the way our managers talk, way owners, senior leadership, our education programming, I want all of those things to be part of the decision for someone to come out. So it would be a great moment when it happens.